Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So it's Adelaide and it's England. It's all settled as India have comprehensively beaten Zimbabwe, convincingly beating them by 71 runs, stamping their authority not just as table toppers but as the team to beat at the T20 World Cup in Australia. Chasing 187, Zimbabwe all out on 115, and some of those dismissals had everybody laughing. Even the Zimbabwe camp could not hold back their laughter when you saw some of the dismissals of some of their key players and the way they got out. Let's go across to Ayaz Memon and Maninder Singh to talk about this match. And also going back, looking ahead to the big semi-final now. There are a lot of parallels that are being drawn with the 2011 Cricket World Cup, with the 2007 Cricket World Cup. Ye hua, wo hua, aisa hua, waisa hua. Let's just focus on 2022. And what's going for us is that we seem to be getting our act together as a team. Every other match, we've had somebody or the other who's taken their bat through or set up the India innings. Be it the chase or be it setting up the total on, we've had the batting click somewhere. Yes, are there concern areas? Of course there are. The bowling looks a far more cohesive and a set unit compared to the batting. And isn't that a surprise? Coming through as we're talking about India, jahan usually we are known as a batting side where the bowling is a chink in the armor. But this time around, the bowling looking rock solid. Let's go across to Maninder Singh, who's joining us. Maniva, namaste. Long time. Kaise hain aap? Good to be speaking with you. But एक बात बताइए, कितनी बार आपकी हंसी छूटी आज? How many times did you break out laughing? Starting with that Hardik Pandya cotton bolt that he got right at the top.
Actually not laughing, but I was feeling happy because this Indian team looks in a very good space. They're enjoying each other's success, and which is very good for a unit. And this is what I am enjoying watching with this Indian team, because there are a few players who've not done well, but they got that smile on their face, which goes to say that this is a confident lot.
But Craig Irvine का cotton bolt had everybody laughing. Virat Kohli तो t-shirt छुपा के हंस रहा था. जिस तरह से then you had that bolt which happened of Richard Ngrava. Then again he totally missed the length and the bounce, and the way the Zimbabweans got out. We're like looking, what is it? You're supposed to be making a match out of it, or was that too much to expect out of this team, which sweated a lot of other teams in this table? Overall, if you look at this construct, and if you were to look at the previous match, South Africa versus Netherlands, how would you see the setup now for the semi-final? It is India versus England, Pakistan versus New Zealand.
Well, it's going to be very interesting, because this is what we were expecting, and Pakistan has done well, and I really think that 4 good teams have reached the semi-finals, and the best thing is that all these teams are in a very good space where they've got their rhythm at the right time. So it's going to be pretty interesting watching the semi-finals and the finals, because I'm expecting some very good games, some big games coming up.
Yes, so let's look at this match first. Ayaz Memon is also joining us. Ayaz bhai, namaste. वो मूंछ अब धीरे ऊपर उठती हुई दिख रही है अयाज भाई की मूंछें. We'll talk about that on free hit. But आज KL Rahul had a free hit. KL Rahul had some fun. And Surya Kumar Yadav, those unbelievable shots, the amount of wrist work you need and the amount of belief you need to be able to hit a ball which is 2 feet outside off stump, over the leg side, over fine leg. It's not easy.
Oh, absolutely. I think, when you look at, Anand, if you look at the way Surya Kumar Yadav has been batting for a year, there's no corner of the field that he can't. You can put 5 fielders on the onside in the deep and you still find a gap, or you'll take a ball from the leg stump and hit it on the offside. He's just so sure. The confidence level is so high, and the creativity quotient is also incredible. The kind of shots that he's playing is mind-boggling. We keep talking of him being a 360-degree player. Unfortunately, there's a limitation, because if it was 380 or 400 degrees, the range, you would have even exceeded that. Yeah. But the point is that KL Rahul, I think, again, to get another half century is a good sign going into the semi-finals. Virat getting a start, Rohit getting a start, and Surya Kumar Yadav playing, I thought, was a scintillating innings. Yeah. The only guy who kind of missed out was Rishabh Pant. He got his break after a very long time, but he couldn't do. But what a spectacular catch he got out! So I wouldn't blame him too much there.
Absolutely. Hardik Pandya को जरूरत नहीं थी, वो बॉल वैसी वाइड थी. He needs to learn from Ashwin, Ravichandran Ashwin. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Let's quickly getting some responses from fans at right outside Melbourne Cricket Stadium.
अच्छा एक बात ये फाइनल इंग्लैंड सेमीफाइनल इंग्लैंड से कोई डर है कि जिंदा
100% इंडिया जीतेगा 100% इंडिया जीतेगा 100%
India is in full form. It will definitely
200% जीतेगा. Yes.
नो डाउट इंग्लैंड बहुत अच्छा खेल रहा है, ग्रुप बी में सबसे टॉप पर है, लेकिन यह कि इंडिया के साथ वो खेलेगा तो इंडिया को तो फाइनल में आना है.
इंडिया इफ दे कीप अप द मोमेंटम
पाकिस्तान भी फाइनल में आए और यहीं पे अगले हफ्ते उनको दोबारा हराएं.
और यही रात को 10 बजे हम आपको मिलेंगे फिर से, आप ही को मिलेंगे फिर से, गारंटी
दोबारा
फिर से मिलेंगे, प्रॉमिस. इंडिया जीतेगा,
जीतेगा भाई, जीतेगा,
इंडिया जीतेगा
और हराएंगे पाकिस्तान को. हम चाहते हैं सेमीफाइनल जीते पाकिस्तान भी, हम उनको दोबारा हराएंगे.
पाकिस्तान
नहीं इंडिया जीतेगा और पाकिस्तान हारेगा. इंडिया जीतेगा.
काम ये किया. अच्छा ये फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी का बैनर, क्योंकि हिंदुस्तानी फैंस आए हुए हैं आज. मेलबर्न नहीं लग रहा है, मेलबर्न हिंदुस्तान लग रहा है. विराट कोहली के रहते हुए वर्ल्ड कप कोई हमसे छीन नहीं सकता है.
कोई नहीं छीन सकता.
अब एक हाथ फिर से मैडम पाकिस्तान से हो जाए.
हिंदुस्तान से.
मैं बोल रहा हूँ जम्मू कश्मीर का बंदा, पाकिस्तान हारेगा और बुरी तरह से हारेगा.
कहाँ के रहने वाले?
बार हारेगा. मैं जम्मू से हूँ.
जम्मू से
हूँ. पाकिस्तान हारेगा और बार हारेगा.
नेक्स्ट संडे रोहित शर्मा के हाथ में ट्रॉफी होगी.
इंडिया इज गोइंग टू विन.
इंडिया जीतेगा.
Queen is dead and king is back.
Well, absolute joy among the fans outside the MCG. It's a huge ground, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll tell you what, for me, it was in my bucket list that kabhi to life mein MCG mein jaun and I'd go right out in the middle. I didn't go there for a cricket game, but I was there out in the middle. And it's just surreal, absolutely surreal to be a part of that ground, be there. And you just feel like an ant. That's how huge this ground is. Now, meanwhile, India has ended as a table topper of Group 2 after beating Zimbabwe by 71 runs in the last game of the Super 12. Now, chasing 186, Zimbabwe never in control, losing 2 early wickets with just 2 runs. Craig Irvine and Sean Williams trying to rebuild the innings, but Shami breaking that partnership. Irvine was the next to depart, who was caught and bowled by Hardik Pandya. Ryan Burl played a good knock, 35 from 25. He was the one who made that alligator catch when India were batting, remember? But Ashwin sending him packing. Sikandar Raza, a lot is expected from him. The only player who tried to resist, but in the end, it was too little too late. He's had a great run this year, Sikandar Raza. Heart goes out to him for players like him who perhaps would feel shortchanged that they're playing with a side that doesn't give them the kind of exposure that they deserve. Sikandar Raza, among the wickets also, he got that 1 wicket and he's now taken 25 wickets in T20 internationals this year, a feat nobody else has ever achieved. He ended up with 34 of 24 balls, too little too late. Now, earlier in the day, India choosing to bat. Skipper Rohit Sharma back early in the hut, 27 on board, but Virat Kohli, no mood to relent, continuing from where he led off. He got off to a start but didn't capitalize. He had a 60-run partnership with KL Rahul, and KL Rahul was the one who looked in his elements today, helping himself to yet another half-century before falling to Sean Williams. Kohli falling to Sean Williams. Rahul scored yet 50, took the score to 95 before playing a lofted drive to Sikandar Raza and losing his wicket. But the day belonging to Suryakumar Yadav, it was magical. That 61 of 25 balls hitting Zimbabwe bowlers all over the park. That last over, phenomenal. The bowler just did not know where else to bowl to him. 2.5 feet outside the off stump, and he just walked across, bent low, and tonked it over fine leg. And the last one was also a 6, and that shot was unbelievable. India ending up with 186 on the board for 5. Now, India scored 186 with 50s from KL Rahul and Suryakumar Yadav. Sean Williams getting 2 for Zimbabwe, while Sikandar Raza got 1. Reply, Zimbabwe managing just 115. If you look at the scorecard, Ashwin among the wickets with 3. Hardik Pandya and Shami also helping themselves to 2 apiece. So that's how it stood. Now,